Obviously, it's a good football team. They didn't win 16 games in a row coming into this football game by accident. It's hard for anybody to do that. I told you guys that Thursday. Quarterback's an amazing football player. He's got my vote for the Heisman. I don't know how many times we had him back there, and he scrambled out and made plays. He's a heck of a football player. Not only did he scramble, miss, and elude himself from getting a sack, he throws a completion as well. And it's hard to win football games if you can't get off the field on third down. I think our kids played hard. Obviously, we didn't do a whole lot on offense today. It was a little disappointing. We scored 7 points on a long French run at the end. The only action we really had in the first half was, Rafael Lopes, on a return. It's what it is. Again, good football team. Our kids tried, and wasn't enough to beat a good football team. Questions?
What do you think is wrong with the offense, or what wasn't working for you?
We'll look at the tape. It's hard to tell. You got plays to be made. I mean, the penalties again continue to. I've never seen. The last 2 years we've been one of the least penalized football teams in the country. Okay, I think the least penalized in the ACC. All of a sudden, we're one of the highest. It just doesn't. Doesn't calculate with me. It's just not what we teach. It's not what we normally get. I don't understand that. I don't have an answer for that, and it bothers me. That's the worst thing. It's been some second half penalties, and today it's I don't have an answer for it. I don't get it. Should be a two-way go, and it ain't. But I just don't understand. So I wish I had an answer for you there.
You guys tweaked some things defensively at the beginning there with the 5 defensive backs coming out in that look. I mean, now that it's over, do you wish you would have changed things even more, or was it just a matter of there's no way to keep
No, I mean, it's, it's pick your poison really with what they do. I wouldn't change a thing. As far as what we do, I mean, they're good football players. They made plays. I mean, quarterback puts the ball, he scrambles, out of trouble. They know what they're doing in that offense. It's a tempo thing. I mean, you can't do a whole lot more. You watch tape, watch anybody else that defends them. They do similar things. I mean, you can't get your personnel out there that you'd like. Even that last touchdown pass, we're in base and we're not in nickel, and they're still throwing the ball in the fourth quarter, and they beat Stalker in base. It's just like they got good football players right now, and they got a good system, and they got a lot of confidence.
I mean, obviously, everybody gets disappointed when you lose. We have games like this, Penn State game, these games where losing by a lot. I mean, do you worry about, or how do you guard against disappointment turning into something more involved than last?
Chris, I'm not worried about the points. I'm worried about the losses. They all count as either a win or a loss in the column, and the points don't matter to me. Matter of fact, last week was harder than this week when it's a close one. So it's a good football team. It'll be a top 10 team at the end of the year. They won't lose a game all year, I doubt, and we got a tough schedule. We don't have there's no slouches on our schedule the rest of the way. So we're gonna have to buckle up and get better and stop hurting ourselves, and we got to do a better job coaching. It's hard to say. I mean, each week it's something here or there, and then we're going to look at it again and say it's one play, it's one guy here. I mean, in the second half they come out first play and motion over, and they run what we call a Superman play, and the lead back goes out and comes right down the seam, and safety's supposed to come off of it, and 2 out of 3 guys got their guy, 1 guy doesn't. It's been a year of that so far, and we've got to make plays, and we got to get on the right guy, and they know what to do. That's one of the plays that, our offense runs the same play. We cover it every day in Skelly, and all of a sudden you get out there in a tempo, and all of a sudden, and again, that's also part of changing what you do as well, because Phil Campbell's to the field now. Usually he's to the boundary, and, you change and go nickel, and you got to, get him matched up the right way, and that's, becomes an issue because usually he's to the boundary. So, the more you change, the more problems you have as well sometimes. I'm not going to sit here and talk about how we played until I watch the tape. But when you only put 7 points on the board, and, it's 11 guys out there, and ain't one guy. But again, remember, he's still a young kid. I mean, he's just going through his first year, his second road game, and there's no substitute for experience. Period. I mean, you look at a guy like McKenzie's been there a long time. You look at McSorley, been there a long time. It's not their freshman year, and this is pretty much his freshman year. I mean, let's face it, that's what it is. I mean, he hasn't played a whole lot of football, and he's learning as we go.